Okay, we are gonna call the October 19th, October 19th, annual organizational meeting to order at 5:35. A little late, but that's okay. We had to get ourselves settled. And, yeah, we're still hungry. So, any additions to the agenda, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think so either. So I'll take a motion to the agenda. Brendan Kelly. All in favor? Thank you. That's carried. Bylaw and policy review. We have Vernon giving us the Coles Notes version of our code of conduct. Bylaw 2023-18. Now is this, just before we get going, this is the same one we signed at amalgamation when we kind of friendship agreement blended?
It was amended once after that.
Okay,
So this is your third kick at the cat.
you're kicking the cat.
So there is a legal flaw. I'll say a flaw. There's
Okay.
a jurisdictional issue in your bylaw that has to come out. It's not urgent because it's just something that you should not try to enforce. And then we can fix it when everybody has 5 minutes to breathe, like maybe after the budgets. So the concern is in section 11.4.
Okay. Members shall refrain from using their positions to obtain employment with the municipality for themselves, family members, or close associates. Members are ineligible to apply or be considered for any employment or contract position with the municipality while they hold their elected position and for 1 year after leaving office.
Correct. So the first part of that statement is, the first sentence is fine.
Okay.
And the first part of the second sentence is fine. You can require, and in fact, they probably should, at least take a leave of absence if they want to apply for a job. But they cannot be employed and be a council member. Nobody can do both.
Mhm.
But the jurisdiction of this bylaw ends when someone ceases to be a councillor. So if you say, I'm not running for office, and after the next council is sworn in, you want to apply for a job, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
You would probably, if council tried to not hire a person under those terms, you could probably find yourself in a legal battle for a.
So then the whole
Failure to
1
hire.
year after leaving office. should
That's
get
gotta
cricket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I agree. They'll go after that janitor's contract with all the bidets that are being used. Too funny. It was a personal funny joke from the start of the meeting. If you missed it, we're not gonna go over it again. Okay, so, excellent. Okay, so let's strike the last sentence.
No, the last, yeah,
Half the last.
yeah.
Yeah. But members are ineligible to apply or be considered for any employment or contract position while holding office, and that should be it.
Correct.
Okay, so that'll be an amendment that we'll make.
Yeah, I'll bring that forward after the flurry of the season is over here. And if nobody else has any other ones, I'll just let it sit for them.
Yeah, I mean, for the most, I don't know, I'm just gonna speak, for the most part, council code of conduct is fairly straightforward. After 10 years, feel like I kind of got it figured out, right? Don't be bad. Anything on here that council wants to point out? Gifts, hospitality, training, improper use of influence, formal complaint process, election campaigns, conflicts of interest. And Floymer keeps saying she's good, so what's that, Councilor Gordon?
I said that was 6 months ago we looked at it, so.
Yeah,
Probably
exactly.
it's-
Yeah, I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, seeing nothing other than that one amendment, so we can make a motion to that and you can get to it. Right back.
Sure.
Okay, good. I'll take a motion for amendment of 11.4. Hadel, thank you. Sure. go ahead.
Did we? I was gonna say, it would come from the forest that workshop. There's also a zoning calendar part. But No, it was something else. Oh goodness, I'll remember for when you bring it back. I've got it written down, but in my other book.
Okay, I'll connect with you before I start that work.
Yeah.
And I also have downloaded, RMA actually has a better guide to these bylaws than AUMA does, so I'll go through that too and make sure we're not finding any other.
There was a couple of things that I have noted that wasn't represented in our bylaws, so,
Okay,
but I noted it in a different book. And my brain isn't working.
I'll connect with you before I start work.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Hazel, do you want to comment or do you want to make the motion?
I was just gonna make the motion.
Okay, so 11.4 will read, members shall refrain from using their positions to obtain employment with the municipality for themselves. Family members or close associates. Members are ineligible to apply or be considered for any employment or contract position while holding office. That would be the amendment, the 11.4 moved by Councillor Martin. All in favor? It's carried. Okay, I'll just get a motion to accept that. Here are we? 3.1, by law, blah, 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 as amended. Accept. For information doesn't matter. We're moving on. We're done. 4.1, 2024 council meeting schedule. Okay, meeting schedule, ladies and gentlemen.
Our motion.
Yeah. I'm just looking if there's anything specific, right, Heather?
Heather has a question. I do.
Mhm.
I think there is a request to cancel the January 3rd meeting, so maybe that could be included in your motion or another motion. Awesome. Whatever you're ready.
I won't be here.
Maybe we want to move January's to the 24th, since there's 5 weeks. I'm just asking.
I think we can do it. Oh, sorry.
If we need a special meeting, we can go for a special meeting. It's pretty slow that time of year, so.
Might be a budget discussion at that time. Hazel.
No, I think I'm on track, sorry. I just have a question for the bylaw.
Oh. yeah,
Funny then.
Okay,
Can I?
yes, sorry.
I've been trying to get some things off Tuesday night, so I talked with MPC about it, but thinking about it and looking over it, I'm just wondering if we can move the committee of the holes to the Wednesday. The second Wednesday instead of the second Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
We have 5 of them scheduled for that year.
I prefer to block out Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Just know the councils are on
Council stuff's on
Wednesday nights.
Wednesday, so.
Anything we can get, just line them all up. And Heather?
Irving night.
Yes.
Which, but I'm on doing other things, so like,
Well, I could ask for MPC to put on a Wednesday night if you didn't care about that, but.
I don't care.
Put MPC on
MPC
the
on
door.
Second Wednesday. Yeah, we could talk about it, but I was also throwing out, it could be committee as a whole. I'm just trying to free up my, yeah,
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, so.
I'd rather stick with the schedule we've got in front of us.
Oh, yeah, this NPC doesn't, so I was just brainstorming, so. I'll add it to the NPC agenda, so.
Okay.
This,
We only have 4 cows a year, 5,
but
so. Yeah. I'm okay with it for now. Try for your MPC.
Yeah.
Okay, flavor?
That council adopt the 2024 meeting schedule as amended by canceling the January 3rd, 2024 regular council meeting.
Hey. Look. Okay, well, that's good to me. Any comments, concerns regarding the meeting schedule as laid out? Seeing and hearing none. All in favor? That's carried. Council committee appointments. We're gonna go to the big board up here.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Just a quick question. I have got an email from Councillor Holiday today, and I understand we want to cancel the November committee of the whole. Are you guys okay if we just cancel it for now and
We'll reschedule.
connect with the new CAO and find out if we want to have one in December or not? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow up with you guys later then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, moving to 4.2, look at this. And Vernon is gonna put some. These up on the board. And then you have your little copy, so you can use your pencil. I suggest pencil. You can scratch it and replace accordingly. So. Actually, you've got to change it, put in here the same, so we're good. Vernon, what we see up on the board is exactly the same here, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So council, we can get to this. The only changes we made is we switched Heather and Veronica from hotels to FCSS. So cemetery traded with FCSS. Mr. Brendan Kelly is on the Emergency Advisory Committee. And Parks and Rec Advisory Committee was the one we needed to discuss tonight, as it did not meet at all. No. As well, I would like to discuss the formation of the Pedestrian Safety Task Force in lieu of last night's presentation. We talked about Diamond Valley having an overview, and I think that's exactly kind of the platform that's required. Heather.
Yeah, I think that it's not pedestrian related, it's traffic calming related, so
So Glenn.
I think you can, that committee was ad hoc, so it's doesn't really exist anymore, and it had its own special terms of reference, looking at sidewalks and
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff, so we could strike a brand new committee, traffic calming measures. Period, and I mean, it's not, I drove around the school today.
Mm.
And it's not that Third Street is the only street affected. However, Third Street's the only full-length street that's paved.
Yeah.
And that causes a race car, but there was cars definitely speeding on the other side as well. So we have to, as I think it was Cindy said last night, we have to be a little careful about setting precedents on what we're doing, so we have to look, there's also been many complaints over the years about the speeding over at the Turner Valley School. So looking at the whole thing is what I'd suggest, and that we form a traffic calming or something, call it something, but committee to review, you know, problem areas or whatever.
Cindy.
Yeah, pedestrian safety, I mean, you're keeping them safe from cars, right? That are going too fast, so it's all the same thing. We can make, I believe, under terms of reference as committee of the whole, we can have a committee ad hoc underneath us. Am I right? Or is that Turner Valley? The ability to strike ad hoc committees.
I don't believe you can do that here because you have to have a bylaw for a committee.
I thought we had put an ad hoc under ability.
Any committee, it doesn't matter. A rose is a rose is a rose. Any committee has to be set up by bylaw. I would recommend that we do it the same way we did your remuneration review committee. Give them a job. When they're done, they submit the report, they're finished.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
all right.
That's what-
They didn't have to.
Yeah.
They did have
Yeah.
that.
You bet. Really? Yeah. Yeah, and we looked today and I couldn't find the terms of reference for the old committee. So I'd like to look for some new ones because it's also very old. That was 24.
Well, we're gonna expand, as Heather mentioned, into the traffic realm as well as addressing pedestrians within that. For example, my own thoughts. The pedestrian lights in Turner Valley by Coyote Moon, the pedestrian lights at the intersection of Third by AG and the post office, those should be gone. They're old, no one sees them, they're up high, the blinking lights down low actually catch your attention. I watched a kid wait and wait and wait 2 days ago, and the lady just blew past him.
bad there.
And I'm even slashing my high beams at her. And she just blew right through there, as if, nope, don't see a thing.
And even the one here, where there's on the east side,
Yeah.
you can actually park there. Right, literally within steps of the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even more dangerous.
Yeah.
and so I've seen kids step out and try to come out behind a vehicle. It's like, whoa, didn't even see you.
So I think,
You
you
need a
know,
lot of review.
it's gonna be large. It's gonna be pedestrian along with traffic safety, so. Maybe that's what we call it, pedestrian safety and traffic mitigation. I don't know. Pick a name, because we can put it up here. It's got a, I like Verna's idea. It has a job, it makes a report, sends it in, it's done. Heather?
Verna, so if we need a bylaw, it's just in terms of reference that gets attached to our committee's bylaw.
Yep.
So, we can, when we're looking at the bylaw, we can, direct administration to, amend the bylaw to include whatever name you're thinking,
Yeah.
the traffic pedestrian committee,
Safety task force.
safety task force.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Easy enough.
and then, yeah, move on and pick people that are gonna sit on it. And we'll have to, our first meeting, we'll have to develop the terms of reference,
PTSTF.
or develop a terms of reference right away to attach to the bylaw.
Yes, I can research that and bring something forward, probably for November 1st.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay. All right, so Heather, do you accept your appointments? As
Yeah, you
presented?
betcha. I'm
Uh,
dying to.
Ms. Hazel Martin. Other than Parks and Rec, which we're going to talk about as well in a few minutes. Are you good with your appointment?
Oh, yeah, they're all good.
Ms. Floydberg, are you good with your appointments?
Yes.
Westwinds, Dr. Brendan Kelly.
Yeah, so the only concern that I see on mine is that I've been sitting on the library board.
Yes, we were gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's up to, it makes no difference to me. I'm not sure if we need two counselors on that. They did ask that there be two, but seeing as most of that size only have one, I would leave it up to council or yourself to make that decision.
Vernay,
I reached out to Peggy. And it's up to them now, because the bylaw that we create gives them the authority to set
Okay.
theirs up, and Peggy said one.
Okay,
would you like arm wrestle or would you like us
there's
to
no
vote?
vote. Hazel can have it.
Yeah, was that?
Submission.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm still busy.
Yes.
okay, Axel, let me just check. Yes, there you are. Okay,
Everything else is great.
Councillor Holiday. You are MPC, West End, Truck and Intermunicipal, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to read, on council committees bylaw, can I insert that back?
Sure.
Says committees may establish by motion a subcommittee for the purpose of reviewing a specific issue or issues within a specific timeline. I'm just looking for less work.
I would say that subcommittee is probably, I think the inference there would be the subcommittee of the committee, not bringing in additional members.
No.
I think that's the inference there, right?
Hold on.
Because even our advisory committee, we do subcommittees too, right? But it's of the actual committee, we don't bring in nobody new.
Usually, but also the committee of the whole can't make motions like that, so that one might be titchy.
We want to definitely engage the public on this new committee.
Yeah.
We definitely want to have 5 members
Yeah.
at large.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm happy with my committees. If anyone wants to close them.
Anybody want to?
Yeah, because I think they're all 4-year terms,
Yeah.
except
Yeah.
for. Except for maybe one, but it's never met, so.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh, no, it's not.
So we'll just hear, you know, municipal leave this year. Councillor Gordon, you've got EC, Press, MC, Emergency Advisory. Good, and I am good. Mayors and Reeves is kind of a mute one. And Emergency Advisory, we have to meet this year. Well, go ahead there, Heather.
It's sitting there pumping the mic, trying to get your attention. It took her a few times. So that was funny.
Keep trying, that's good.
Oh, my God.
A question for, through, Corinne, if I could, Corinne or Berna, actually, our intermunicipal, our joint framework has to be done by April 2024. Is there going to be a need for, committee members for that? Or is that going to be completed completely by, administration?
I thought they got extended as well.
To 2020, I thought it got extended to 2025.
For Davis.
That's on your April 2024, but,
I think everybody else says April. I think we were given an extra year because of amalgamation.
okay.
I'm sure.
Gives that on everything.
Ours was extended originally and then it got extended again. And I'm not sure this next request got extended to 2025. I think we wanted that and I don't know that it went through.
I think it did.
If you
Yeah,
could.
it's double check.
Yes,
If I-
the committee
I'm
has
under
not
the
met.
impression that it's April 2024 to, it's gotta be done.
I mean, we can call another.
Yeah.
Committee. Also, the minister did advise that he will, extend West End Commission. So it might be good for administration to touch base with the ministry to ensure that that's actually being completed in time.
To extend the commission?
He's extending the commission until after the lagoon project is complete.
That's already done as well.
Okay.
We
Okay.
don't actually need him to do that anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, they changed all those commission
He
regulations.
didn't know that then. He was the one that actually brought it up.
Yeah, we took care of that last year because
Okay.
technically we're outside of the MGA.
Yeah.
Just by having only one member.
Okay. All right, good.
Okay, excellent. Then let's just talk Parks and Rec
Yeah.
and then we can make the motion to adopt. So what is happening with Parks and Rec? Tell us all about your meetings this last year, Deputy Mayor.
Never had one.
Well, that would be a start.
And prior to that, Chad, they were always canceled or they met for 15 minutes and that was it. So Chad was on it, and that was it. Yeah, there was no.
Hazel, how did it go down Turner Valley
Turner Valley,
Parks and Rec?
we did lots, we
Had that
got a,
going on.
we got a dog park.
That part.
Yeah, and every meeting we heard about putting a trail through the golf course.
Or maybe,
Every meeting, every meeting. Yeah.
Just
For me, I was thinking, once we get a recreation plan, that could be a guidance document. That would be able to lead a Parks and Recreation Committee. But until that time, I don't see anything.
Councilor Gordon, then Holiday.
I was out biking about 6 weeks ago and came across Joel DeHaan, who was on that committee.
Oh, yeah.
And he was actually quite disappointed it wasn't standing.
But he didn't even apply as a,
But it's because of misinformation that he was given by some other members on the committee.
yeah, but I mean, the information was available through the town, so I mean, I think that's really too bad. So he didn't go and seek it out.
Holiday, then Heather.
I think it would be, in my opinion, more successful if it was centered on specific items such as pedestrian safety. You get some people that are really fired up about it and they come and they do their thing and they come up with something at the end. Or you say, we want a new dog park because we're short dog parks. Who's interested? Put it out there, whatever. Summer games, to have a project, but to have people on it for, yes, obviously we're not attracting people.
Yeah, like it wasn't even used during summer games
Yeah,
or leading up to the summer games. It wasn't even an asset to the community. So
so we should, it would be nice to be having stuff, but with like a specific mandate for a short time, so people aren't roped into being on it forever and ever and talking about the same thing.
Well, yeah, I totally get that. Heather.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the best way to go. And also they do have their park society. That,
And yes,
that they can actually fundraise and apply for grants and things like that. So, I mean, we could approach them at any time and say, hey, are you interested in applying for a grant and moving forward with this, your society? So that's another branch that we could, like, it was kind of duplicated in a way. But I think that part of, and Joel was on that subcommittee, or used to be, so it was kind of a bit of a duplication, and I think it was more about being able to fundraise. And they volunteered, a lot of those people I know volunteered a lot of time
Yeah.
over doing for the summer games. So I think it should be project related, and that can be just, again, a subcommittee or something that we form and ask them to do a job. And I agree, having that recreation plan in place,
Yeah, that,
use that as a guiding tool. But if we go ahead with actually trying to get a recreation center, we're gonna need a lot of volunteers and fundraising.
yes.
So I think having that recreation plan in place, plus we can collect off-site levies once we have it in place, so.
Okay.
I think we do
Strike it out.
Is,
Remove
but
it
saying
from the
that, is there any other than pedestrian safety? Is there anything parks recreation related that would warrant a committee this year?
My thing is if we strike it away, right now we've attached a budget amount to it, have we not, Ms. Middleton?
No.
So didn't. What happened to the 100,000 that we allocated for Parks and Rec?
We're a brand new community, that's gone away.
Yeah, and it was never really,
So we do have some, because we've sold some MR properties.
That's right.
Recently.
Yeah.
There is some money sitting in a recreation account.
It's allocated.
So, but it's probably just gonna be sitting there until we, like, yeah, I didn't see any pathways or new parks projects going on in this capital budget though, so.
Use it to buy 40-mile-an-hour signs.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
That's not,
yeah.
it won't, because MGA is pretty specific, it has to be spent on.
We can,
Also,
well,
but-
we have maps saying that sidewalks are happens.
Loophole there, that's less work. That's less work. Okay.
It's a campground.
Let's scratch the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee. It is eliminated. And I highly suggest that as we move forward, if public wants something, that we recommend that they would come and present if they're serious enough. And then we can actually strike a committee to attach and try and accomplish something. Otherwise, we're just treading water, talking about pathways for the golf course for 10 years for nothing. So. Cool. Okay, all right, it's gone.
Just a comment.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Mayor Crane. We can't have an alternate for your super green library.
There isn't one.
There isn't one. You can't have an alternate,
There isn't one.
but you can't have one for the library board.
So there isn't an alternate name, is there?
No.
No, because Brendan is gone. Brendan has stepped down.
So there isn't one.
Was not voted on. Was it?
No, but you cannot have an alternate.
Yeah, we got it.
Ukraine.
Go ahead.
One more potential committee popped up today. Sergeant Hogan and I were reviewing the property responsibility bylaw today, and in it, there's a requirement for an appeals committee. Under section 18.9 of the bylaw. So it can be council or a committee of council. And so personally, I would recommend you opt for the committee. We don't have scheduling issues. We can bring the committee, maybe I would recommend a committee of any 3 available members of council. To hear any of these appeals that come forward on site leads and that sort of thing.
Would it be okay to suggest that on the onset of that, the first 3 members of the Emergency Advisory Committee be approached? And then it would just fall to any 3 members afterward? Or does it matter?
These are more of a scheduling thing. You have to get them done fairly quickly. So I would just take any 3 available. You're just gonna hear the appeal and the,
First to be up.
yeah, that kind of thing. If that's okay, I'll have to whip up terms of reference for that too.
Okay.
Just getting back to your desire to strike the Parks and Rec Advisory Committee, it's in our bylaw already. It's got the terms of reference. Why don't we leave it that way, just in case we want to stand it up at some time? As opposed to having to go through. Yeah.
Yeah, we just kind of like.
Yes, yes, very good, yes. Yeah, so we're just gonna postpone the appointment. Yeah, good catch, Councilor Gordon. That's the last thing we do, we read all.
Exactly.
Yes, to get something up, we don't. Yeah. So that would be the method. Public engages on something, we can use it as a vessel to engage, strike committee, work on it. Okay. Anything further from Verna? Okay. Then let's take a motion to accept the org chart, organizational chart for committee council appointments. That's it, if you want it. Deputy Mayor gives it. Okay.
Do we need two motions then for that? One to accept the committee appointments and one to strike the Parks and Recreation committee from the
We're
bylaws.
just gonna postpone,
You're just gonna hold it. Oh,
because if we strike it,
Councilor Gordon's right. Then we eliminate a bylaw. Now we'd have to redo the whole one if we want to start upwards. We could just postpone the appointments and it sits there waiting for us.
we're doing it anyway. We're opening it up anyway.
Open it up one.
The bylaw right now, the committee bylaw right now. For the traffic. Yeah, so we can do them both at the same time. The terms of reference for both. We're just gonna strike, amend it, strike Parks and Recreation and add the other one in.
Can pedestrian safety fit under pathways? You just use parks and pathways and give them their 1-year term. Oh, sorry.
No, it's a good question. We're in discussion now anyway, so let's do it.
We'd have to amend the mandates fully anyway.
Yeah.
The mandates are very recreation
Are they
specific.
very
Yeah.
regulation?
So we're opening up the bylaw to make amendments to add the committee, so we can make the amendment to delete past parts of the.
No, we don't want to do that because the future council might have a parks capacity. Just leave it.
It's okay to just not make appointments to it.
Yeah.
Postpone the appointments. That way if the public comes in and says, we want,
All
we
right,
can just say, we can open it back up and
all
the
right,
terms are
Yeah.
there. We'll just postpone the appointment.
be updated, but
So-
yeah.
So Deputy Mayor's made the motion to accept the council committee appointments as presented with the exception of Parks and Rec being postponed.
Okay.
Alrighty, all in favor? That's good.
Could I get a motion for the committee's bylaw?
Same
You still want the,
Oh,
I have a traffic safety advisory committee jotted down. Whatever name you want to put to it. And the property responsibility appeal committee.
oh, you want motions?
Mhm.
However. Smash it.
That you make a committee called Smash. To look into pedestrian and automobile safety hazards within our community. I have the acronym here if you would like the whole thing.
How about if we amend the committee's bylaw to add a traffic safety advisory committee or whatever you want to call it, and a property responsibility appeal committee?
Do I do that?
Then you can
Thank
be the
you.
first one to propose smash.
All right, it's Smash, I've got it.
National stick.
What does it stand for?
Safety management automobile sidewalk hazards.
That's actually pretty good. That's very good.
Could use that again.
I'm not been listening to anything anyone can say.
Keep it working out.
The whole time.
It looks like Tetris over here. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Everyone understand the motion? Hayden, go ahead.
I just have one, it's just a comment.
Yeah.
This is all it is. Item number 5.4. All committees are required to provide adopted meeting minutes. So does that mean councillors are required to provide meeting minutes to council on a regular basis?
It doesn't mean the councilors are, it means the committees are. And if you are the venue through which that is going to happen, then yes.
So we haven't seen any EDC or West Winds minutes for a while.
Or cemetery board or.
Cemetery board. Cemetery board, I send them in every 2 months.
So that's on council to hold council responsible to add them to the agenda for correspondence, and that's where we get to see all that. So we just have to do a better job as councilors in forwarding those minutes. For example, when I was on West Winds, sometimes they would send them to admin and admin would attach them. So then I get, oh, I don't need to because they always send them. Then they have a little change up and then that particular lady doesn't send them,
I was totally unaware.
right? And so it's kind of switches it up, right?
Yep. I can
So-
add one in.
So what we do is, great time to acknowledge it.
Yep.
Starting henceforth, let's try and be very diligent about when we get our adopted minutes from our committees, forward them to Verna. Verna will attach them to the agendas. And that's all we have to do. So let's try and do that. Cindy?
Devil's advocate, very well.
Sure.
Has anything ever good come out of discussing, like, have we ever actually done anything? Coming out of, can you give me an example of a time where we actually, because of the minutes, not because somebody actually from that committee knew they were wanted to bring something forward, has just having the minutes there? Cause I'm not a,
Big minutes reader.
well, no, I skim them all but I've never done anything with it. It's like, okay, that's nice. If there's anything important, they'll let me know.
Yeah, the only ones I
I'm-
ever liked were, at APC every now and then you might see, oh, there's some developments that I didn't know about.
Yeah, but chances are councilors are gonna talk about it anyway, so I don't know.
It's for the public too, right?
I think the reason for it is we moved away from providing council reports. So if minutes are there, if there's something you'd like to highlight, you can do it at that time. So I think that's the reason for the minutes, because unless you want to go back to doing council reports for every committee, which quite often is duplicated, and so if you have the minutes and there's something glaring that you need to tell council, it reminds you and you can report on it. If not, they're just accepted by council. So that's just my
Want to throw it out.
understanding of why we went away from the council reports to minutes.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor by Veronica for the pedestrian safety and the
Oh,
the PS committee, thank you. All in favor? That is carried, thank you. Selection of deputy mayor. Councillor Halby.
I would like to, if you mind, propose Brendan Kelly stays on as deputy mayor for this year. I just, yeah, I know what a big deal it was to step down as mayor, and I think that should be recognized, as well as, yeah, your abilities as deputy mayor, you've shown at AP Munis with the police, and you've told yourself really well, so
Thank you.
that's great.
Thank you.
Here's the fast meeting.
Yeah. Like, we have still words, he's got them, so.
Sir Martin.
I would like to suggest that, Councilor Foiber and Deputy Mayor Brendan Kelly share the deputy mayor position for the next year.
Two?
Yeah, maybe 6 and 6.
Yeah, can we do that?
You can,
Yes, you can do pretty much anything you want.
Change it.
But you need it.
You just have to have it set because there has to be a set person appointed and they have to take their oath.
Okay.
Some places do it monthly, some places do it quarterly. You can do whatever you want.
Sure.
I do not want to do that many oaths.
how many oaths?
Yeah,
Call them up.
it really is a good one because it does fall down to chairing that meeting. So if Brendan's out, you're in. If you're out, Brendan's in. Same
I'd
thing.
rather have 6 months if we're gonna split it up. I don't wanna switch meetings off and on. It's just a totally different preparation.
Yeah.
I don't wanna get involved in the switching of the meetings.
We're gonna go 6 and 6.
Yeah, it doesn't, whatever, the will of council, man, whatever you guys wanna support, I'm fine with it.
6 months and a 6 month.
I asked, do you want it? Cause I haven't talked to you, so. You have, okay.
I didn't know if your last term was.
I was
You did
Brendan
it
Kelly.
Kelly's deputy mayor, and it was the best experience of my entire life.
She wants
She
to.
got a straight face. She cried with a straight face.
So she gets to do Cal.
Then you don't.
Get yourself off the hook.
I'm already ready for some.
You already did.
Okay,
Like I
let's,
said here before 9 o'clock.
let's do this.
Money's on the table now, Brendan.
Music to your ears.
That's all up to administration tonight. That's got nothing to do with me.
Okay, we're gonna go with
Revenge.
a 6-month term. So we'll have Brendan Kelly from October 19th to April,
April 30th.
April 30th. And then we'll go May 1 to December 21, or sorry, October 20 of next year.
I believe say October 30th, because did we set the date for the?
Well, it'll be the 20th next year.
Okay. Assuming we don't have to change the meeting date.
Oh, so you can say then. Yeah, you can say October 30th, and still fall in. the
It covers if I have to
Let's
change,
do that.
I had to change this one.
Yeah, sure. Okay, good. Sounds good. Dates are good. Being none, all in favor? That is done. Alrighty, let's see what else I have in my magic agenda.
Could we give,
Signing authority?
sorry, sir, could
Yes, ma'am.
we give Deputy Mayor Kelly his oath? I have one prepared. I don't have the other one, but we can do that one later.
Do I have to instigate the oath?
No. I've already instigated it. Do you want to swear or affirm?
All firm.
That
I
one.
like swearing.
You'll have to come sign.
Meeting's actually going.
Yeah.
Okay. I, Brendan Kelly, do swear and truly declare and affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of deputy mayor for the town of Diamond Valley. I think that's all I have for each. Okay. May I use your pen? Thank you.
And then we do this to Veronica in 6 months.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Thanks, council.
Thank you.
Appreciate the support. Thanks.
We'll do some signing authority and then you can take the chair and I'm gonna sit over there and eat candy.
No, I'm gonna stay right here. That's my seat. I'll share from right
My
here.
baby.
I'll share from right
Sounds
here.
good.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. It wouldn't be scary.
That's
It's authorized bank signing authorities.
Yeah.
You want a motion?
Yeah, it's.
Verna? You got this motion?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm almost there.
She's gonna read it all.
That council authorizes
She's
Mayor
acting as
Barry
deputy
Craig,
mayor of the group.
councillors Brendan Kelly, Hazel Martin, and Cindy Holiday as council signing authorities on behalf of the town of Diamond Valley.
There's a $5. There's a $5.
$5,
That's mine.
And further, there's some more people who would like to sign. CEO Quinn Middleton, Finance Manager Ben Dennis,
Yes.
and designated administrative signing authorities on behalf of the town of Diamond Valley in accordance with the Municipal Government Act, section 2.34A.
I'm sure.
I do too,
Yeah.
but I'll let you go first.
Probably it's the same one,
I bet you.
because we have a new CEO
Yeah.
coming in.
But
Would we not put him in here?
no, because you have not appointed him,
We did last night.
but he is not here to.
I shall.
So we'll have to do it
That'll be
again.
number first.
As soon as possible.
Right, Verna? Sure, because otherwise we revoke her signing authority, yes?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
We just authorize CAO and take Crane's name out.
no, so what, it's just, the intention is to add Verna as an authorized signing authority. Until we get a permanent. My rationale behind it is I like to have administration as signing authorities in case we need, because we always have plenty of council signing authorizations for it, but we sometimes don't have that in the office if we need to do certain things which aren't even signing off But just being able to change administrators or change stuff like that, it's easier if we have administration. And that's why we wanted to add Verna to the signing authorities. Because otherwise, we only really have one person
That totally makes
in the
sense, yeah.
office to, at this particular moment, other than Ben.
To a friendly amendment and further that council authorizes Verna Staples, Legislative Services Manager,
As designated administrative setting.
just take reading out and add Verna Staples, Ledge Services. Friendly amendment.
We'll just, we don't want to take Corinne off right now. So Corinne, still, it's up, you gotta sign up on.
She can be.
We've already done the change. So a lot of the banking stuff we can do in the background. And I've been getting you to sign,
Right.
Mayor, on some of the documents. So we've already done a lot of it. We just don't have anyone else within the office. If there's some day-to-day stuff that we needed to get done, and sometimes we do have things that we need to do.
Already done, accepted friendly amendments.
Okay, friendly amendment, Verna Staples. Nominated. Administrative signing authority. Okay, as amended.
Yeah.
All in favor? Excellent, thank you. We will now recess for 7 minutes. No, we will adjourn.
You will adjourn.
We will adjourn. This one's off the books and done.